Guys, how y'all doing?
What up, man? Weird.
The Two Faces for Radio Zoom Room.
We were just talking on our podcast. We want to jump so y'all can settle a debate real quick. We saw something on TikTok a while ago, which I'm sure you guys, being in quarantine, have flown through that a lot, or not quarantine, but being MIA. It said a snail. If you could take $10 million, so we'll pretend like you guys aren't like amazing boy band and super rich. If you could take $10 million but a killer snail knows where you are at all times. It's going to follow you.
It follows you around.
Follows you around wherever you are, but you have $10 million. Yeah. And it's going to follow you around. If it gets to you, it kills you. Would you take the $2 million?
Yeah, because we're going to be touring our whole damn life anyways. So we'll be going.
But like, what if it gets on a car and finds out where you are? Or if you like come back to the same city and it's still there?
Well, then I lived probably a okay life, I would hope, you know?
There you go. You got nothing to lose.
Jackson was talking about like hiring $10 million worth in security in like the first 5 years and ended up getting killed by the snail.
I would just kick the snail.
I guess you could do that. I mean, it just has a shell. You can just step on it.
Yeah, we weren't wondering if it was invincible or not, but yeah. Also,
But so Jonah, I wanted to start off by asking you this. Last time we talked, it was in December before you guys went on that hiatus. Yeah. You were talking. It was at our Jingle Jam. You were talking about this guy at Corbin's birthday party that stuck a rose in his ass and hit it with a whip.
No.
Are there any more crazy stories like that have happened this year?
That was probably the craziest.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Because for my it was in
Australia.
Australia. Yeah, we ended up at it was like one of the only bars that was open, and so we were trying to take some shots at midnight, and it was like drag night at the bar we were at.
Yeah, I was there.
And so we pulled up, and it was not the vibe we were expecting. That's for sure. Like, it was turned up in that mud. Like,
It was
we
definitely a vibe. It was
You remember in Germany when I think he was like a promoter, interviewer. We went out with him, and he just was like slapping us.
Oh yeah.
What?
No, this guy like was so. I think he was just excited, but in Germany, man, around because he's like, "I love you."
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
yeah, some people, kiss on the cheek. Yeah, I guess in Germany they'll slap you.
Slap you? What?
How's been all the secret keeping during the last 9 months? And y'all, like, if you go out in public, you wearing a disguise? Like, how's that working out?
Yeah, we've all had fake mustaches.
Perfect.
It was easy up until we had the album like basically done, and then when we wrote Fallen and we knew what kind of song we had on our hands, that's when it got a little bit tougher to keep everything secret. But it was
What made it harder? Just like
knowing-
knowing what you guys were capable of and like what you guys had in the bank.
Yeah, exactly that. But and then we were like, we got to come back with the sauce, and we felt the sauce, and now we're back.
At what stage since January did you write Fallen? When did that start happening?
It was only like a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that. So.
Oh wow.
Crazy that if COVID hadn't happened, we would probably not have Fallen because it gave us extra time to work on stuff.
It's the last song written on the album.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on, I saw it was #1 in like 2 hours after being released on iTunes. That's awesome. Got released earlier this morning. How did y'all decide that was going to be the first song to be put out?
It just felt like such an intro right off the jump. The day we made it, we were like, this is the one. We went to we're like, this is the one. Went to the label, we're like, this is the one. And they came back and we're like, you're right, this is the one. It just felt so magic, and it was crazy even how we wrote it, because usually we take months to make sure a song is perfect, and the first day we made this one, there was no changes until nothing changed.
That's awesome.
We've asked like every single artist we've had on this same question, but I just like, you guys said Falling, if quarantine hadn't happened, that wouldn't have came out. Has quarantine affected you guys' songwriting other than that?
If anything, it really just delayed our process, which in turn gave us more time to be creative and made us a little bit more bored, I think. So we kind of avoided the writing more music, and
Also, Daniel got a scuba gear rig and has been scuba diving in his pool. So that's like just the level of boredom we're at.
Just finding new ways to be creative. Does that help with the
Oh, man.
songwriting?
Making some crazy songs when you're underwater.
I was about to say.
Sure.
Yeah. If there's any
Start
water
singing love songs about a fish.
there's any water theme ones on the album, we know where that came from.
Yeah.
We were looking, Tommy and I were thinking about back to music because the music video today for Fallen got released earlier. You guys were live streaming it too, which was awesome to see. I watched that as well. We were thinking back to the Big Plans music video, and it had, I think it's when Corbin's singing, right to like the right of his head or something. There's a date there, and it says, I think it was either May 8th, 2020 or August 5th, 2020. What was that all about?
That was actually just like a random blueprint number.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
graphics.
Really?
Like
mean-
that wasn't even a meaning of anything. I think, yeah, they were just trying to put cool numbers and stuff, but they banged right into it so much.
They really did. Yeah, I'm sure that it came
Were
along.
you guys kind of shocked, like when the fans started like, oh my gosh, they got something coming out in 2020, like May or August? Were you guys like, what are you talking about?
Man, the theories that came out. Well, we have this account now. Where is Why Don't We? Where we basically teased before we came back. We teased it for like a week that we were coming back with little hints and the conspiracies.
Yeah.
So, okay, I got to ask, what are like the numbers in that Instagram account?
Literally, the numbers, like, we started like posting like pictures every day until we were gonna come back. But then randomly, like for instance, in my room, there was a cloud. Like I have a cloud light in my room, but the reflection of the light to my ceiling, and then the cloud in my window. So it's like the window's here, and then you can see the reflection. It looks like a 10. It looked like a 10. And then Daniel, we put in like a question mark by his foot, but didn't even realize there was a 9 next to his foot. So like
So it's just all
actually
random.
was completely on accident.
Oh
Like, we
yeah,
didn't
and then
try.
there was the next one we posted. The carpet had like figure
pattern,
eights in it,
and it
and
had
then we
eights.
posted a video where our cutouts were at the Dodger game, and the pitcher's number was number 7, and it was.
And it
That's
wasn't
hilarious.
on purpose.
No, we weren't even counting down to anything. But it,
Are there?
Well, and it literally lined up perfectly. It counted
Yeah.
to the date that we were announcing.
Well,
weird.
well, yeah, it got to be like number 5 or something, and there was all these conspiracies that there was this whole number countdown happening, and we were like, well, now we might as well just go with it because
Finish
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Are there any secrets in this music video just dropped today that fans should be looking for? Any Easter eggs?
Yes, there are.
a couple little Easter eggs. Yeah.
Oh,
A couple Easter eggs. I saw one. I don't know if this is an Easter egg, but it says episode 1, where Falling is, or what's this theme y'all got going on with that?
It said, huh?
It says in the promo video, it said Fallen, and then in like the bottom right under like the IN, it says episode 1.
Gotcha.
That,
Yeah.
So that's like just. I think we're doing sort of like a series with YouTube, so there'll be more episodes.
Oh, gotcha.
Awesome.
For that.
oh, by the way, Jack, if you're ever trying to sell that like cloud lamp, hit me up. All right. I only have like $20, but I'll still buy it if that's cool.
Corbin bought his for a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
They're expensive. I've seen people making them on TikTok, but it's like I don't want to go to Marshalls and not Marshalls. Marshalls is the clothes, right? Michael's. I don't want to go to Michael's and buy like the globes and all the fuzz. No, I'm not.
Yeah. The dude I bought mine from, he's like an interior designer, and he does all this crazy stuff. And so I think the reason they're expensive is just because all the features they have with the remote, like they're music controlled, and they change color depending on the pitch of the music and everything. Like they're pretty,
Dang.
but they're so cool looking. He makes like lampshades that are clouds. He makes just
That's
a bunch of-
bananas.
I think his name's Richard Clarkson Studios or something.
Holy smokes.
I got mine on Etsy though for like way cheaper.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger.
Etsy. I'm about to go look on Etsy
Yeah,
after
you
this.
you write
Mark
this
my
down,
words.
Tommy.
Mine's not as cool as his though.
What I think our fans would or your fans would kill us if we didn't ask what the future is when the next song's coming out and stuff like that.
I mean, right now we're just focused on the single and you know,
Mhm.
Fallen, and the music video and everything, and living in that for a second. But the album's done, so you know there might be a second follow-up single to Fallen, and then the album, or the album we'll see. There might. We're just riding.
So is this all you guys? Like you guys produced the whole thing? You guys wrote the whole thing?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
we released the whole album, including Fallen. And yeah, we've always dreamt of doing that. So, you know, it felt like the right time finally, and the music felt like up to par, you could say, to go there. And you know, it was one of those things where honestly going into it, we were like, at the end of the day, if this music doesn't go well for us, we can at least say that we finally came out with the music we wanted to come out with. And the reaction has been insane.
Yeah.
I mean, Fallen's working for sure. Like, that is a hit. I love it.
Man, I think a big portion of it is that you can just feel the energy of us really being honest and behind it, you know?
And there was never songs that we like didn't like. Like we always all 5 signed off on every song. Like this is awesome, but it was a little bit harder to answer questions about songs that we didn't write. Like, you know, if someone's like, "What does this song mean to you?" It's like, well, I can tell you what it was like when I first heard it, but it, I don't necessarily. Like with this new stuff, I can literally remember exactly what I was feeling as we were writing it, and like
that's awesome.
So it's nice to be able to talk about it more.
Well, we'll keep that in mind for the next time we talk to you once the album's out. Be able to do. How is it like writing the song underwater, Daniel?
Oh man, I have yet to try the song underwater, but I will definitely suggest that you get some scuba gear. Even
Really nice scuba gear.
Go under the bathtub with it. It's so nice.
Probably use a snorkel.
Yeah.
You got to find some like waterproof like notepad paper, or like bring your phone down there somehow though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bring my phone and see if it breaks.
You use one of those old etch boards like with the 2 circles and moving it, like trying to write words.
That'd be crazy.
That would be a story. How'd you write this one? Yep, underwater, pool, scuba gear, etch board, etch and sketch.
Etch and sketch.